Welcome back to the show. This is why is Tiffany so talented. The show that I do to show you exactly what I'm doing when I'm not making your shea butter soaps, hot cocoa bombs, cooking for Tiff's taste, exploring this beautiful state of Arizona with my mom on Adventures with Tiffany. But this show is about the dress. Let me show you. I gotta put it on the mannequin and it's already so gorgeous. So I'm starting a new dress. This is it. Isn't it gorgeous? I know. So the first thing I'm going to do is all of these strappy lines. They're supposed to be heavy in AB and blue zircon. So let's do that. I pulled some really pretty stones to work with. Let me show you. These are the blue zircon. This is a Laguna Shimmer or Laguna Delight, but I like it. It's in the color family, so it will work. I only have a little bit of this, so I'll use those sparingly. And we get a few bugles at the bottom. I have this filter on, so you can't really see the potency of the color. Let me take it off so you can really see. I don't know if that's better, but it looks a little more vibrant to me. So this is the color palette. Let me show you against the dress. So it's giving a little seafoam green against the dress, so maybe we won't use the Lagunas. But I do have some blue zircon that will work, and some blue zircon shimmer flatbacks that will work as well. I'm using AB, of course. I said that it's going to be very AB heavy. So I grabbed just a few shapes to give me some inspiration. Don't really know which ones I'm going to use yet. And these are just some Bravalis in 3 different sizes and some giant emerald cuts. Here is where I started. I made this beautiful Rivali frame around the top of the bust, and I even went in and continued the Rivalis all throughout the belt. I think it came out gorgeous. You see, I used those gigantic emerald cuts to just use it as an anchor on the belt. And here I want to show you how I use those blue zircon just to frame the outside of the bust. I chalked out some lines on the bust because I'm going to throw some lines of sprinkle within the bust as well. So for the most part, I got most of the straps already done for you, and it's looking gorgeous. I did end up using those Lagunas, as you saw in the center of the belt, and just look at it. It is a strappy masterpiece. I love the way that this dress is coming out, and all I have left is the bust. So let's do the rest of the straps and the bust here. And once I get all of that done, then we'll go into accenting some of this bottom, which are the sprinkle, and doing something special just to give it a little accent off of those peaks there. I don't know. It's coming together nicely though, but I still have a lot to do, so let's do it together. Look at these Laguna. I didn't want to use them, but it is just right. Sometimes I surprise myself with my color choices, and this Laguna is definitely in the family, so we're gonna do that. I'm thinking about adding something here to the bottom of this pike. And when some of my stones slide a little bit, isn't it so irritating? But I'll replace that really quick and keep going on about my day. So I do use E6000 for the ladies who continuously ask me, and we're gonna just replace that right back into place, just like that. I don't know if you can see if you look closely, but they're ringed size 34s mixed in with the size 30 stones. Why? Because I ran out and I needed to make it stretch, and it looks good. It looks good. So I've spoken about this in previous videos. When I'm using these gigantic pears that have a lift to it, I actually ended up going in and framing these pears, if you can see deep down in there, in the size 12s, just because that lift was just a little too much for me, and I think the frame does something special to it, and I like the way that it came out. So I did decide to use these, but you just gotta use a super amount, super amount of glue. Because they're lifted, so you want to kind of make a bed of glue for them to sit in. Alright, so I'm almost done with this dress. It's gorgeous. I've got my little accents in the back and in the front that kind of look like, but it's gorgeous. Let me show you. I still have this line here of the indicolite, a line there and a line there. See, this color. And I was thinking about adding some little dangles right here. So I grabbed some turquoise chain and I got some turquoise bugles. And I think I'm gonna mix those to add some dangles just to give it another element. I was also thinking about extending these lines up and these lines down just because I don't like this empty space. And Julia suggested I added some dangles coming down. So I found some pre-made pieces that we have and some of these crystal. And I think it'll be gorgeous. So I really didn't want to do a small project alert for such a tiny project. I mean, it is technically a small project, but we're not going to do that for this video. We're just going to make it. So what I did here was take a piece of fringe and I layered it with some bugles. So I have the bugle string and you just kind of want to wrap it around the top of the fringe where the glue is that is hardened for you to put down on the dress. So you just want to wrap that around. Then you want to take your back-to-back chain link pieces. We have a variety of colors. These are the Preciosa brand. So you want to take the rest of that bugle string and just wrap that chain piece into the link to make sure that it's secure, and just continue to wrap it and wrap it and wrap it until you get to the bottom of the chain pieces. And for a layering effect, you want to add in a variety of sizes in the chain link. You can even kind of multi-layer the bugles if you want, but you want to just continue to wrap until you got everything nice and secure. So once you get everything nice and secure, you want to go in with your E6000 and just glue it into place. Just a little bit of glue because you don't want to cover the stone from the chain link. You want to just be putting the E6000 right in between the chain link and continue to wrap your bugle string into that middle portion of the chain link. And since you have the glue down, now you can just smooth the glue around and inside and around the back of that chain link. Now, some of you might want to let it dry, but for this project, and I work with E6000 daily, I know the time frames, so we can just install it instantly. So because I wasn't aware until the last minute that I was going to be creating these dangles, I need to pluck off one of these ringed size 34 ABs. So that's what you see me doing right here, and they're on so strong. That's why you see that long piece of glue, because it did not want to come off. That was a legit fight to get it off. But I'm gonna add just a line of glue right where that stone was, and we're gonna put this dangle right on top of it. And then once it dries a little bit, we're gonna add the size 34 ring right back on top of it. So it looks like nothing was even done, and we just added a beautiful element to give it motion, to give it some movement, and to keep it looking cohesive with the rest of the dress. I love the way this little small project came out. So now I'm just gonna move on to the rest of the dress and continue to add my dangles. But it's cute. Look, I shouldn't be shaking it this early. It might fall off. But there you have it. And I'm zooming back up to the bust line here just to give you another view of how this is progressing. So this is the second step of the bust line, and this side is the final step of the bust line. So like I said, we went through plenty of iterations of what this bust is gonna look like, and I love the way that it came out on this side here. That was a great call on Julia's behalf. It does look a little sparse on the other side, and she was 100% right. So we're gonna match the density to this other side. It's lunchtime, and I just wanted to show you I'm eating this Amy's vegetable lasagna. It's so good. Oh, but from here I can see my dress, and it looks gorgeous. Oh, this camera is doing no justice, and it's making it look gray, but it's really the turquoise metallic blue. But it is gorgeous. Almost done. I finished the second side of the bust, and now what I'm gonna do is just sprinkle down into the torso, and that's it. It'll be done. Finally, the bust is done. So I mimicked the same density on the other side, and I think it came out amazing. I used some different color blues, the blue Zarkon and the blue Zarkon shimmer. So now what I'm going to do is show you the dangles, well, the pendants, the Swarovski pendants that I used to accent the straps in the back. And I think these little accents, they were pre-made, except for the Swarovski crystals you see dangling. So this dress is almost done. I need to bring this down just a little bit more, and then stone the back. I got all my little charms on. It just needs a sprinkle. Yep, and this one will be done. And on to the next dress. So, sneak peek. This is the next dress. I believe it's a size 3. So it's a plus size girly. Think it'll be cute. Maybe I'll use some baby blue velvet or some blue velvet. No, I don't think we have any velvet that matches this color, but I'm gonna figure it out. So this dress is finally done. It is so gorgeous. I actually love the way that the bust came out. I went in about 3-4 times to make my lines thicker, and I love the way it turned out. I'll do a side-by-side of all the different iterations in the thicknesses of lines that I did here on this bust, but oh my gosh, when I tell you, I love it. I don't know what it is about this turquoise color. It's actually called a blue zircon, and it's gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, come to the lives on Instagram, and participate. Ask questions if you have any. Again, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.